you, Most High, for bringing me here on tonight. At the time, it was 1:30, but now it is 1:40. And I'm so grateful to be woken up and filled with energy to be, right here, right now, okay? And so, like, I was channeling messages. I just want to hop back into it because it's funny because I'm glad I checked my phone because it wasn't recording. But um, I do want to say, yes, like, I put sea salt. I sprinkled sea salt in the water and the candle to cleanse the energies, to bless the reading. Um, and sea salt is very healing and cleansing spiritually. So I just wanted to tell you guys what I did with that so that, you're aware because I don't like to be like, doing rituals that you don't know about that's maybe affecting you. So to hop into it, I channeled some messages. The first message was you have, like, if you clicked on this video, you have reached a state of flow, okay? And with me saying that, I said that it's crazy. I'm trying not to like go back on and try to remember what I was just saying because it's gonna mess up the flow that I was just in, and it's actually coming back to me now. So I'm getting that recently, most of you guys have been in this like in this state of, I don't want to say confusion, but I'm gonna say confusion because that's what you would call it. Like, you're confused or you don't have clarity on something. I'm getting it's more so on the what, when, why, how, where, those type of questions. Like, you don't know the details of a situation, so something here could be uncomfortable, unsettling. That's how it was recently. Okay, so something was really uncomfortable, but I'm getting that you guys were seeing, like, your mind was seeing things in a duality. Like, yeah, you were seeing everything like duplicates of everything. Okay, and this is me repeating what I just said because I remember, like, I gave the example, um like, you could have a glass of water, right, but you're seeing two versions of the same thing. Like, you already know that a glass of water is healthy. It hydrates you, it refreshes you, it's healthy, like, it's good for you to drink, right? But then there's the other side of you that's like, wait, but the water is contaminated. Is this the right? Is this exactly like? Is this even water? Basically, like, you would be back and forth on, like, if something is right or wrong for you. You know that it's right, but you don't know. Like, it's like a paranoia. You don't know if this is what you're supposed to be doing or if this is the safe thing to do. It's something like that. You guys were really um, wanting to be on top of everything, making sure that you're safe. So definitely some type of paranoia is what I'm picking up on. Okay, like, you didn't know the details of things, so it would scare you. And depending on how you already think, your mind could go in a dark place, or you can go into a place where you just start manifesting. And I'm getting like you've actually reached this point where you know how to manifest now through this confusion, through this time where I heard imprisonment. Like, it was all for a reason. You felt stuck. You felt like you didn't know the answers. You couldn't get out of a situation. Maybe this is what you felt oppressed, like that you were stuck in a situation, like, mentally, physically. It's almost like you were looking at yourself in a snow globe. Like, you know that you have so much potential, but you're stuck in this prison. And I'm getting like, like, yeah, with you seeing things in a duality, or you were seeing duplicates of everything. It was God showing you, like, the different paths you could have went down, and then showing you that this is who you are, though. Like, now something is showing you, like, the Most High is revealing to you who you really are in the midst of all of this. Like, you could be like, oh, like, I what am I trying to say? Like, there's different parts of your brain, okay? Like, you could have that logical side, emotional side, and all that, like, but we all know that we're programmed at the end of the day, right? So you're finding that most pure version of you, like something that wasn't programmed. It was put here for a reason, and it's gonna be there, period. Okay, but the programming that we have can interrupt the signals that we're getting, like the connection that we have with source. being here on this earth, being like interacting with people that are not God, people that act like they're God, it can lower your vibration, which is lowering the signal to hear what's happening. And so that's what I'm getting. Like, you guys, you reach this state of flow where now, hold on, there was another example. Okay, I was getting, okay, you were looking in the mirror, or take this as how it resonates, but looking in the mirror and like literally just seeing a vessel, like you're not recognizing yourself, like something is just completely new, and like it's like a baby, but you're a grown ass baby, or like a big ass baby, like like a doll or something, right? You're seeing yourself from an outside perspective, and then like you see your past and like your ego, like who you know yourself to be, but then you see who you could be in like this different version, like these different timelines. And so that's what I was getting, this confusion or like this psychosis almost, because you didn't know who you were, or like some of you were just like battling with how to express yourself. And so I'm getting that you've now like, okay, I'm coming back to this because I just like, this reading is so important that like Spirit wants to congratulate you and really just say, like, God is so proud and happy that you have reached this state of flow that you're in right now, that you guys may not even realize that you're in it. Okay. But Spirit wants you to know that you've reached this like, I guess, success in a way. Like, that you feel more at peace right now. Okay. Leave some in the comments. Let me know like this is resonating, because there's something here that's much more peaceful within your spirit. It's not about your outside. It's something deep within. And I'm getting that in the past, the recent past, there was more of an issue with outside energies. Like you were wanting to control certain things. Like I said, you wanted to know when, why, how, where. It's something here about you wanted to connect the dots. You wanted to see the full picture of something, and maybe you were chasing it, and it was making you, like you were losing yourself in it. Okay, but now I'm hearing like it is what it is. It's always gonna be like that. Like who you are is not going to change. Like no matter what you go through, you might express yourself differently, and you might go through different emotions depending on what you've been through. But who you are, the decisions you're gonna make, like the patterns, that's not gonna change. Your heart, okay. Did I say the decisions you're gonna make? Like it's something here about fate, destiny. Okay, like it's something like, even if you went down the so-called wrong path, you're still you in that path. And then if you go down the right path, you're still you. Like something here is still not changing. It's stuck. Like this is just reality, right? Like like yeah. And so that could be also be the imprisonment that I'm feeling as well, like that energy of imprisonment. You could feel like, wow, I'm stuck in this version of myself, or I'm stuck being this identity. Like you feel stuck in something. Okay, wow, that's deep. Um, but I feel like that's the duality of it. Like you could feel stuck, but there's another side. You can feel really appreciative of what you're in. Um, like I have to be careful. I need cleanse the energy, God, please. Like, thank you so much. Cause like while I'm channeling, it's almost like something's trying to pull me to the other side and give you messages that the other part of yourself would dwell on, like that confusing part, like it's you're trying to go back, you know what I'm saying? And so you have to be careful like that. I'm hearing you guys might want to like wear a black crystals, and clear quartz as well for protection. Tiger's eye, carnelian for courage, okay, willpower, because I'm getting like you guys are really on a mission for real. Like you are so divine, and like I don't want to sound, I'm not trying to like make it Like you're just like you're not God, and like I'm not trying to make it like sound weird or nothing, but you're just so like you're carrying out a very precious mission. Okay, you really are, and this automatically comes with protection. Okay, it does. But at the same time, as a human being, you could, depending on like your programming, like things could work against that. And that's the whole challenge in life that everybody goes through. We have the soul, but then we have that logical part of ourselves. And we're always trying to connect the dots and understand this reality. But this reality is an illusion, it's fake, it's not real. This is only a result of the spiritual realm. So, like when we tap into the spiritual realm and we figure out what's happening behind the scenes to even make things go this way, then you see things more clear because that's the real behind the scenes. That's the real shit right there. Okay. Like we think this is like reality TV. This is not reality TV, honey. This is like this is almost like the social media. Like you know how on social media you can think before you present yourself. Like um there's a whole nother process before people see you versus if you're just like right now, this is live. I'm talking to you right now. Everything that's coming out is genuinely coming out. I didn't think about it before I said it. And so you get to see my mistakes, my flaws and things like that, right? But on social media, I can edit certain things out, da, 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 even though this is social media, don't get me wrong. But like even right now, okay, like on the phone, um, you're seeing what I want you to see for the most part. You're not seeing like you might see some stuff that I don't want you to see, but like at the end of the day, like right now, I'm pointing the camera on this table. You see what I want you to see, right? And I feel like that's symbolic of like the physical realm because in our souls we carry so much. Like we imagine, we see so much, right? But we don't ever bring that to light. We don't ever talk about some stuff. We don't ever really even acknowledge it to ourselves. But there's so much happening in the spiritual realm that just goes unnoticed by most people. Let's just say that. And so the people that do know what's happening in that realm have more control over it because it's just free. Like nobody is taking advantage of that energy. So if somebody else occupies it first, then they're using it. And that is kind of like that was a channel message, but yeah, I'm gonna just keep rolling with it because this was yeah, I was saying that you guys are in an endless state of flow now. Like you reach this point where you're not worried about who's out to get you or what what could stop you and things like that. Like you don't care anymore. You realize that even if something happens, that's just all part of the big ass plan. Like what the fuck? Like why was I stressing so much? That's what I'm getting like. It's like you just grown, you've learned that like it's really something you had to learn to take your hands off of something, to like stop stressing yourself out. Okay. Cause like us as humans, we think we got control over all of this stuff. When in reality it's spiritual, it's deeper than us always like confronting somebody or being hands on and trying to move this and get rid of that and da da da. Sometimes, well, most of the time, honestly, like this is how I feel. You shouldn't like. I just heard don't speak unless spoken to. So that's symbolic of like also don't move unless you're guided to move. Like don't just be doing stuff for no like just because you feel anxious and you feel like you need to be doing something. If you don't know what to do, don't be just doing shit. That's the energy I'm getting. Like you guys are doing only what's necessary. You're seeing like, okay, it's not that hard to have control over my life. I just have to stop being controlling. That's like the main thing. Like so you guys have reached this state of flow because you're not controlling anything. You're not trying to stop this. You're not trying to push that. You know that everything is happening how it's supposed to. You can't control the timing. That's God right there. All you can control is whether you have that connection and you're really like able to understand what you need to be doing. Like if you don't know what you need to be doing, if you're feeling certain ways throughout the day or you're thinking certain thoughts, you don't know where they're coming from, you don't know what to do with them, and you're also not cleansing them out, but you're just holding on to them, like that's gonna take a toll on you eventually. Like you have to take care of your energy, protect your energy. Okay, I feel like yeah, like this is definitely a mixed collective because some of you like you have reached this state of flow already, okay, but then some of you are like glitching, like you're still learning how to let go. Like and it may be something like you're not perfect, nobody's perfect, so it may be something that comes back up here and there because it's been you all your life, you know what I'm saying? Like this is not only that, but it's what everybody does. Think like if you go and talk to somebody about your situation, you need some advice, most people will tell you literally something that is controlling. Like they'll tell you to control something. And that's because it's so easy. It's easy for somebody else to tell you what the fuck to do. But when you're really in it and you're experiencing it, it doesn't feel that way. And it's because it's your life. You're in it. And I'm not saying that you can't take advice and sometimes people don't really see better than you sometimes. You know what I mean? Like you'll get that. Like sometimes spirit will send an angel, like God will send an angel or, you know, somebody to guide you, give you wisdom. And you'll know when that's like, you'll just know. You'll get confirmation if that's sent from the most high. But some people are just like sent from the devil or or maybe like you attracted them from your own dark thinking or confusion, like you're buying into the confusion too much. Okay, you're losing control of your faith, basically. Um, I just got hungry. Like, what the heck? It's 1:58, and my stomach feels like it's about to like growl. What the fuck? But I don't want to eat nothing. I'm not hungry like that. It's just like my body. Okay, it's funny because I was about to go ahead and pull the cards, but I wasn't done channeling. I mean, done with the channel messages. So the next message, I got them on my phone by the way. So like I was saying, you've entered this state of flow. So now you you realize that like you're not controlling anymore. You're not a perfectionist about it anymore. You realize that maybe all the imperfections are a blessing. You're starting to embrace all of those things, even about yourself. Okay, everything is divine. You're just starting to see things as divine and starting to appreciate the little things, and that's helping you to see the beauty in the bigger picture. You know what I mean? Because sometimes when you just look at the big picture by itself and not the little details, like you're not appreciating the little details, then it just seems pointless. Like there's no depth. You know what I'm saying? But when you start to get deeper and realize, like even the people in your life, what do I love about this person? Okay, what do I appreciate about this person? What do they bring? You know what I'm saying? Like some of that, those type of things can help um the relationship grow closer. Not only that, but even with yourself, what do you like about yourself? Start like just speaking highly of yourself to yourself. Like, dang, I'm really beautiful. Wow. Like, dang, God really created me so unique. Like, I look different in this way, that way. I move so different in that way. Like, this is so cool. Like, you have to, even if it's weird to you, to like a version of you, because in reality, you don't think you're weird. This is like, these are picked up um, idealization. I don't even know if it's a real word, but ideologies. I don't know. From other people, like beauty standards and what people think a woman should be, or a man should be, or a child should be, an adult should be. Okay, but in reality, you really love the shit out of yourself. Like, give yourself that credit. Stop thinking about what everybody else is gonna say about how much you love your fucking self. Because that's what I'm getting. Like, You could think you're so cool, but then you'll be like, but I don't know if that's right. I don't think people would like that about me. Maybe I'll get judged. And so you start to just embody that for yourself. But it's all really because you're trying to protect yourself. Like, this is a form of protection. So like, you will hide the the most beautiful parts of yourself because you don't want other people to find it before you are able to protect it. You know what I'm saying? Some of you are not as confident in yourself. So, you know, that's what I'm getting. But it's like reaching this state of flow, you're realizing that even with those mistakes and those like flaws about myself, even if I can't fix it right away, that's what makes me me. You know, that's like you would be life would be so fucking boring if you were perfect. If everything was just like you had nothing to work on, no mistakes, you know what I'm saying? Like those are the things that help you to understand that you're still alive and the world is still evolving and people are still fucking evolving, you know, they're alive. Okay, because without that you just feel like everything is so robotic and where is the real shit, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting. um so yeah, the next channel message is there's a river of endless beauty flowing within and pouring outside of you, or pouring out of you, let's say that. And then I wrote into the soil. Okay, so you reaching this state of flow, right? There, it's like this endless river, like it's just flowing. Okay, it's because you are not resisting yourself. You're not questioning every little thing anymore. You know, um, there's a difference between being curious and being like super protective, like paranoid. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you can learn a lot if you just have an open mind. But if you go into things already being afraid of them, you may just limit yourself. You know what I'm saying? You may actually imprison yourself. Um, and so I'm getting you've evolved in a way where you're able to just take things in a way that you don't feel like a victim or this is channeled, okay? You don't. I might not even do the cards, y'all, because this is like I like this, but I'm getting like you don't even feel like a victim when it comes to certain information or just things happening on this realm here. You're realizing that like you're just seeing through the illusions. Oh my god, like I can't even like even like I'm getting a visual of a monster, right? Like you might face this monster in real life. Okay, something that you never thought would ever happen, like your worst fear. Okay, I don't know, something like that. Not saying that you're not gonna be fucking afraid and terrified for your motherfucking life, but with you in this state of flow, even though you're gonna experience these human things, right? It's like you're seeing it for what it is. So yes, my human self, I'm afraid, da da da. But this thing right here that I'm afraid of is not real. It's trying to provoke something within me so that another version of me can emerge. Like, okay, I'm speaking like this to show you how you're gonna start talking to yourself when you're in this state of flow. Like you're not really seeing things in the physical, like, oh, is this monster trying to kill me? I'm gonna die. Like that's an illusion. You're not gonna die because you will never like you're immortal. And also that would be negative. That would be like you putting that on yourself because who's to say you're gonna die just because you're fucking scared? Like you know, like you don't have to take it that far just because you're being faced with your worst fear. Maybe it's a monster, maybe they look, you know, like they're gonna kill you, whatever. But with you seeing yourself from a lens that you're not this body, you know, like you are the soul, then you're able to actually see the full picture of what your body can do too, you know, because if you're in your body, you could feel helpless, like you could feel like, okay, for example, you might feel like, okay, I only have two eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't see in the back of my head, so I don't know what the fuck is going on behind me. But your intuition, like you can utilize, you don't always have to see what's behind you to know that there's something behind you. You know what I'm saying? You don't always have to be able to hear something to know that somebody was just said something. You know, like you, guys, like tap in with me for real, cause like you could know something, but you just don't. You can't prove it all the time to people, but you know. And so that's what I'm getting. Like the state of flow that you're in really comes from you validating yourself. You're starting to not ask questions to other people. Like if you know something, you're not gonna go ask the next person, what do you think? What do you think I should do about this? You know what I'm saying? You already know what to do. This was God already telling you what to do. So there's no second guessing it. You're just flowing. There's no resistance. There's no, like that's what I'm getting. Of course, as a human being, you may have conversations with other people that you relate to and things like that. But I'm getting that in the past, there were even people that you would go to that you know for a fact they don't understand, but you just need some type of validation. You just need somebody to be on board with you. Like it was that serious. You didn't want to be alone in some kind of way. You felt alone. You felt lonely. That's what I'm getting. Um, keep in mind, I'm still channeling. So, but you've reached this endless flow of like, what it says, beauty within and around. So this is, guys, like whatever it is that you have tapped into, this is an authentic version of you, okay? Or all of this is authentic, right? You're realizing that you have to tap into that perspective, that dimension where you're seeing it as the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because there's different dimensions we can get into where things are just more of an illusion. It's not clear. Okay, like it's a filter over, the image. But when you get out of the filter, you go back to the original, you see things plain and clear. Okay? And when you do that and you're not judging yourself and you're just here experiencing and um, not resisting and things like that, you're just flowing. And this is the part of you that nobody can take from you. Because I was getting this duality, right? You were seeing yourself in different dimensions, different paths. Okay, like you didn't know who you were. Like you would look in the mirror and you just see this blank canvas. Like I could be anybody right now. I could change myself tomorrow. I could, like, you don't, like, you unlock something where you had an ego death, basically. There was a crossroads where like you could choose to keep doing what you're doing, and that right there that's a sacrifice as well, because then you'll be losing a part of yourself. But then if you cross over, you could take that with you and learn more. So there's something here where it was time to leave a part of your life. It was time for a new chapter. Okay. And now this right here cannot be taken from you. It's something that is so divine and sacred, so precious. Like it was all meant to happen this way so that you can see, like, it's all for you guys. It's nothing about nobody else. This is all about you. Your life is about you. It's about how you feel about yourself, the freedom that you feel. Like, what do you want to feel? What do you want to express? What do you want to experience? And just learning how to go after that without feeling like something is holding you back. Or, yeah, because in this realm, that's what's going to happen. You're like, if you're not aware and you're not trying to learn or see that, things could just hold you back. Um, hmm. So I'm channeling like this energy where you were just so positive about everything, very positive spirit, right? And so the dark things in the world really broke you down, made you feel like you didn't belong because you were just so innocent and pure, and you almost felt like unprotected here because, or unsafe. Let me just say that, unsafe. You always know that you're protected, but it just feels unsafe because of what's happening to other people, you know? Okay. I'm also, so with that energy, you know, I'm getting that you're just the life of the party. You like to make people feel good about themselves, about their life, and stuff like that. So, with you seeing things in this positive light all the time, sometimes it took you away from people who were in another dimension where, or in this dimension that you're in now. Let's say that, like where you're seeing things, you see how real things are. You know that things are not perfect. Some things that you see right now can still break your heart. And you're not trying to control that. You just know that it's life. Some things are just not going to feel good, you know? And so, with that being said, other people, you've encountered other people that have been in this state, in this flow state, and you may have judged them or saw them as if they were being negative, but in reality, this is literally that is their path. Like there's a thin line between just seeing things as an illusion and then realizing, wow, this is my path. I can't control every aspect, you know, like sometimes you're gonna be in some stuff that other people they just don't understand. You know, like they might think all you gotta do is do this and then you'll be good. But you know in your heart that you cannot do that. That's not your path. Um, certain things, everything that you do is like you're signing a contract, you know, every decision you make is a domino effect. So you can't always just follow somebody else's like what they would do in in that scenario, you know? And so some people may see you, wow, I'm hearing birds right now. It's like 2 a.m. I'm hearing birds. Never hear birds in the middle of the night, but there's like people may what damn what was I saying? Okay. Well, give me a second. What was I just saying? See, that's how like when you channel and you just get interrupted. That's not good. Because I was channeling, like I was literally on a in a channel. But like if the number changed, if the notch changed, you know, you gotta find a fucking channel again. That's what I'm doing. I'm channeling. Um, I'm gonna just start back talking. Hopefully we get back to it. But yeah, reaching this state of flow, um, this endless beauty, it may come back, but you know, you're a blank canvas at the end of the day. You can choose your path. You can choose to literally be out of alignment with, wow. And that's what's crazy. Like, it's not even saying that you're doing anything wrong either. It's just you're changing your course, your whole life around, you know? Um, the only thing I say about that, it just takes a toll on the physical, and it could be temporary. Let's say that too. But just be aware that like your mind, um, you don't just forget stuff, right? So everything that you've lived in this lifetime, in this timeline, let's just say it like that, because you're gonna be in this lifetime, but on this timeline, it's one version of you. You're not gonna forget that. And so when you go into this crossroads and you transform into this other version of yourself, you're gonna take those memories with you, okay? I say that to say, depending on how you leave things behind, it can haunt you because you could think that something is gone or like, what am I getting? Oh my God, I'm tapping into it so much right now. Because I just heard something about death too. Like when somebody passes away, um, people only feel haunted if they really believe that that person is dead and gone. But if you stop feeling haunted, like if you start to realize that nothing is ever like anything can be healed, no, nothing is, everything is really immortal in the real world, you know. This is all an illusion. Okay, so I feel like this is a passed on loved one coming through this message for real. Like Sean is trying to connect something for you, like connect a dimension so that you can understand they've been there. Like it's still, they're still right there. They're just not in the body. The same way I've been talking this whole time about the spirit realm. Um, oh my gosh, y'all, like I've been, everything that's happening right now, this is divine. Like this video is so sacred because there's no way that like I could have planned any of this stuff that I'm talking about. And I'm not even done channeling. Like, I mean, I'm not even done with I'm still trying to like explain the second channel message. But let me just say, you reach this endless state of flow. Your heart is just pouring out. Like when you become you, there's no end. There's no beginning. It's just you, right? You've always existed. It's always been you, right? So when you tap into that, you stop fearing what people can do to you, how things can affect you. You know, like if you end up even in jail, okay, you know, okay, you know who you are. I hope this is making sense to somebody. If somebody betrays you, you know who you are. If somebody, you know, if something happens disappointing, you still know who the fuck you are. But you know that because you know that you're not of this world, you're just in it. So when you see things happening, you can, you're not attached to it. You don't think that it's happening to you. It's happening for you. It's happening for you. And some shit can hurt. Okay, I don't know what the fuck I'm tapping into because I'm about to bust out crying. Like, I don't want to do that. I like, and I feel like I'm tapping into somebody's worst fears. Like, oh my God. Okay. Thing is, that shit ain't even gonna happen. Like, it just be your worst fears. Like, sometimes, y'all, I've been like, this is me being human, right? I've been in those states of that state of mind where I just be like, just make it happen already. Like, if you want to come get me, just get me. Come kill me. Come do, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just be having this psychosis almost, like, you know, like so many things happening in my life, and I feel like someone's trying to ruin me. So, and I'd be like, is this God like trying to do this to me? Like, God, just take me out of here. Like, this is not funny, but this is real. This is real life how I be thinking sometimes. Cause yeah, why did I say that? Oh my gosh. Oh, you can do all of that. You can do all of that, and it still not happen. Like your worst fear, it still didn't happen. You know, like that's what be so fucking funny. Cause you be like, it's gonna happen, but at the end of the day, you're not in control of that. Like no matter how you feel, it's just an illusion. Like we feel how we feel because of what we focus on. I'm sorry, this shit is funny to me. Cause like also it's funny because I want to. When was this yesterday or the night before last night or the night before last? I started to watch the Truman Show. I still have not seen that show. I mean that movie. I said the show. That's funny. I still have not seen that movie. So, and it's really because Jim Carrey he cringes me the fuck out. But I'm gonna watch it because yeah, I'm gonna just like take it in. Um, but I say that because this is the vibe I'm getting. Like we just be reacting to everything. Like if you're not conscious of what's going on and who you really are, not your physical vessel, but y'all, who you are, who like the I am, okay? Like I am, the I am, like who you are, y'all. When you tap into that, there's nothing that can control you. And the thing is, like, a lot of people are just being simply controlled by like this reality because we don't know what we are and how our body works, you know. So there's things happening like for example, before you knew that there were subliminals in commercials, well, I don't know if you guys know, but yeah, like there's subliminals in pretty much every fucking thing. There are messages in everything. So if you're not tapped into what people are trying to tell you, like reading between the lines, then you might be controlled by their literal words. For example, rage bait. You know, somebody can rage bait your ass, just telling you things that's making you angry because they know it's gonna make you angry, and then you're not realizing that because you're just being angry. You know, and then when you start being angry, then your blood's boiling. Now you're ready to go do something about it. So now your life isn't yours. You're not controlling your own life because you know somebody else is making you angry. Somebody else made you sad. Somebody else made you happy. So with them controlling that, they're controlling your reactions and ultimately controlling your life. So when you start to take your power back and realize it's 2:22 on the clock, y'all, too. It's 2:22. But when you start to um, take your power back and realize that emotions ain't even real. Like all of that is just an experience. It depends on what I want to experience. So if I don't want to be angry right now, I don't have to be angry. If I don't want to be sad, or even if I don't want to be in love, I don't have to be in love. You know, and a lot of the time, y'all, we sabotage our own happiness and the things that we actually want to feel because we don't realize that we are in control of that. Um, yeah, like if you want to be in love, just be in love. If you want to be happy, be happy. But it's not that easy if you haven't reached that level to where you're able to just see through that veil that I'm speaking on, you know, like, because even when I'm talking about now, it took me, like, I just literally had to, like, go through so much and it happened really fast, like, in a week or a couple of weeks, or I would say a month at the most. Um, but, like, I thought I was going crazy. And I think that's what happens, like, when you're really going through a deep spiritual awakening, like, you just really think you're going crazy sometimes. And so, yeah. But like, if you don't think you're going crazy, you're always evolving and learning things, but it just be at a slower pace. So you're taking it in, and that's what keeps you from thinking you're going crazy because it makes sense. But when you just get hit with something out of the blue, that's when you're like, oh my God, I don't know what's real, what just happened to me, you know? And then eventually you're like, oh, I was going through an awakening. And like, you know, once the spiral starts to slow down and you start to like, you're still going round and round, but it's slowing down. You're like, oh, you're realizing what's happening. Okay. But y'all, this energy of yours is being poured out into the soil or the grounds around you. So, and then I heard earlier that it's being watered with your tears. So some of you are still like grieving, and these are deep, like different messages, but they're deep. It's gonna hit different for a lot of you. Okay, please like leave me a comment, y'all, because I would love to hear how it's resonating in different ways because I'm picking up too on a loved one that has left this realm, okay, that really wants to connect with you, or like you really want to connect with them. Your soul is searching for them, right? But I'm getting that they've been there the whole time. And what's blocking you guys is the illusion that they are gone, okay? The same way um, you could be in a room arguing with somebody that you really love, and on the physical realm, because you're arguing with each other, it looks like there's no love present. But on the spiritual realm, there's so much love happening even while y'all are arguing, because that's the whole point of arguing, because you love each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the deeper part of it, you know. Um, this passed on loved one wants you to know that they wrap their arms around you all the time. Like, you have never left their protection. They're always there, because it's just something that is, y'all. Like, and it's not going nowhere. That's what I'm getting. Like, you don't have to worry about being left behind or meeting them again either, because it's like they are there. They're right there. They, like, I know it's hard, like, for some of you it's hard, and it's crazy because, like I said, I just went through this mental battle with myself. I feel like I keep going off on a tangent, but this loved one wants you to know that they're proud of you too, because you're 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 very mindful, you're very observing, like, you observe so much, so, like, it's not like you're not open. Like, even with you receiving this message right now lets you know that this is confirmation. Like, if you know what I'm talking about right now, it's confirmation. Like, this loved one is just so happy and proud that you're even able to do these things, or you even tapped into this, because they're just so grateful, y'all. Oh my God. It just means so much. It's not like us as humans, something, it's just like, even with love is so much deeper than what we can express as human beings, y'all. Um, there's a lot of different, there's a range of emotions, right? And then as a human being, we have only a range of what we can express. So imagine what's outside of that. Like, once you are outside of this dimension or this body, like, what you can do when it comes to love or all this other stuff, right? These other powers. That's what I'm getting. Feelings are powers. They're different powers. Oh my gosh. Thank you, God. Thank you. That was deep. Cause, like, when you have rage, that's a power. That's something you can do with that. That's not the same thing as love. That's not the same thing as um, those are different emotions. Sadness, or let's say love. Love is not an emotion, but romance is, or it can be an emotion. But people can relate to it as emotion. Okay. But yeah, feelings are powers. So being aware of your feelings can really help. Okay. But yeah, that's something. Your tears are watering the soil around you. The soil is very fertile. The ground is very fertile around you. Not only that, it's just every ground you walk on. So, like, it's not about where you go, it's about where you go. It's not about where you're going, it's about where you are going. It's literally following you everywhere. So, the same way that this loved one, this passed on loved one, I feel like this person could be a father figure or somebody who really, like, on this realm, they had your back, they protected you, they made you feel like, everything was good. Like, if you made mistakes, this person was right there to fix it with you. Like, you were never alone, type shit. I'm getting this person never left. This person was, oh, shit. Oh my God. No, I can't say that shit. I can't. Mm, mm, I gotta say it. I gotta say it, but oh my God. Trigger warning. Trigger warning. I heard that this person never existed. People don't really exist. This shit is an illusion. Oh my God. But it can feel, I don't want to say that to people. Like, okay, because me, oh my God, it's like you could take it different ways depending on what stage of grief you're in, But that definitely was a trigger warning. And I'm saying that because you don't even exist right now. And please, like, understand me when I say this, because it's deeper than what is coming out of my mouth. Like, it's, if you tap in and you really are feeling what I'm saying and you're not distracted, you will get what I'm saying. And some of you don't. You can actually be multitasking right now and you're already tapped in. You know what I'm saying. Okay, please hit the thumbs up button, y'all. Hit the thumbs up. Y'all, the mind is constantly changing and evolving and reprogramming, and that's what is controlling humans, right? That's how we control ourselves, through our mind, what we are believing, da da da. But deeper in the mind, a part of your mind, that's the soul, right? The soul is just taking all of this in as an experience and transmuting energies and just surviving. Pretty much the soul just has to survive in this bitch, like survival. Um, so if my baby girl walks in here, sometimes she does in the middle of the night, I had to get off and come back home. Because I just heard a noise. But yeah, I just want to say that before she comes, if she is coming. But this reality is an illusion, y'all. We just have to survive here and experience. And so once you realize that, it can actually help you to have more fun and see this as like a playground. Okay, because like even the food we're eating, the stuff everything's a tool. So like when you're not in survival mode anymore, you're not feeling like you need this, need that. You're actually able to experience it fully, and that way, some stuff you wouldn't even want it anymore because you're not looking for this gratification or something to make you feel safe all the time. It's just going to feel good to actually eat fruit and not have to eat um, um, junk, or that's an example. Or you might not want to even like watch so-called entertainment. You might want to always like sit in nature. That's your entertainment right there. It's something here where you're able to make better decisions because you realize that this is all an illusion and everything is a tool. So if everything's a tool and you want to survive and you want to thrive here, the things that are not being used to help you do that, it's easier to release it because you don't need it. You don't need it. It's not going to make your life any better because you're not depending on it to make you happier, because you know that happiness is a choice. Okay? And I say that, okay, I was saying that there's somebody that may have passed away. You may still be grieving them, or you may be like getting over this phase of like really um like the worst part of the grief is what I'm hearing. You're realizing, yeah, it's 234. So 234 is something is moving forward. Two as like a connection with something. Three is about, I just heard evolution, like evolving in some kind of way, moving forward. And number four is about stability, going where you're supposed to go. Okay, being in alignment. Because four is like 11, 11, 1, 1, 1, 1, 4. Being on the right path, but also duality is a dual path, 11, 11. So like how I was saying, you could see things two ways. Okay, like everything's um yeah, like the same glass of water. You know how they say speaking into water. I don't know, like look up on YouTube like those manifestation videos of drinking water, where you speak into the water and drink it. um it's all scientific. Like when what you say to people, it does, or what you speak does does affect things. So how you talk to yourself, how you talk to other people, things like that. Talk to babies, living things. Period. Water is living. Crystals are living. Plants are living. You know how they say talk to your plants, and they grow. So there are rituals online where you'll have a glass of water and you'll speak positive things into it, and then you drink it, and then you will be embodying that energy that you put into it. You can say, I am successful, I am beautiful, I am healthy, I am strong, I am protected, I am magnetic, I am sacred, da da da, whatever. And then you drink the water. And then there's a little science experiment where you can do that. There's two glasses of water where you speak positive, and then the other one you speak negative into it, and you freeze it in the freezer. Actually, I want to try that. So when you freeze it, one glass of water could they they both turn into ice, right? But one could turn into really pretty crystals, and the other one turn into like this dark, well not dark, but like this ugly, muddy looking design. And so I saw that in a book that I wrote as well. Yeah, that's baby girl right there. So I have to be back on here, but those were channel messages. I hope that you guys got something from that. I know you did. Let me know in the comments. Hit the thumbs up button. Much love to you guys. I'll be back on here as soon as possible though.